Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Hope all are utilizing these holidays, working hard, reading books, and making notes. As you know, this is your board class. Hope all are watching online videos of different subjects and doing chapters regularly, managing proper timetable. For class 10th chemistry, already two chapters are uploaded, that is chapter 4 and chapter 8, earlier on YouTube channel Indira Minhas. Till today, those who have not watched those videos, for detailed study of first term syllabus, chapter 4 and 8, kindly watch those videos, because today in this video, we are going to discuss the important question of chapter 4, that is analytic chemistry, units of ammonia hydroxide and sodium hydroxide. Detailed description is already uploaded earlier, so do watch it and then do see this video for the question answers. So in this chapter, once again I am recalling what all topics you have done. We have used two chemicals, that is ammonium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide, and on first video I have told you to do the equations. So many equations are given using ammonium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide, and on page 64 colors and colored ions and colorless ions are shown there. In that video I have told you, do chapter 13 also from your book, that is page 232, the edition I am having here also. This is, if you see this chapter, at the end of this chapter it is mentioned for ICSE questions, see chapter 13. So I am showing you here, beta, you have to watch first video very carefully, then you will come to know what kind of the questions will be there, how to learn this chapter. So here you can see the color of different ions are mentioned here, which you have to learn, and how to identify the ions. So everything is mentioned, that is explained already in first video. And identification of cations by action of alkalis, as it is given in chapter 4. Here, from here also you can do that. Different metals, you just see different metals and the color of their precipitate are mentioned here. So it is very easy to learn, and when the solution is added in excess, it will be soluble or insoluble. Here the short table is given, very easy to learn, and this table is very important. They do ask this table in the form of filling the blanks. So very important table, so don't neglect this table. And in this fourth chapter, page 65, so many equations are given, which is already described. Once I am repeating this again and again, that is already described in first video on YouTube. So you can watch it. It is worth watching. You will come to know what how to write, what are the important equations and all. So in this video we are going to discuss about the questions. Like, let me show you, like here on this page the reactions are shown, like salt solutions are used, like calcium salts, iron salts, copper sulfate, zinc salts, so lead salts and ammonium salts by adding sodium hydroxide. On the next page, salt solutions are the same, like iron, copper, zinc and lead, but compound used here is ammonium hydroxide. So I hope you all have practiced, those who have watched that video already, you might have practiced these equations. If it is not done till, please do it, write the equations, and remember equation should be properly balanced. So different colors and whether the solution is soluble or insoluble, everything is mentioned, and the easy description is already given on the table, which I have shown you, that is given in chapter 13. From there you can learn. This is a short table is mentioned, very easy to learn and very important also. So in this chapter, how the question will be like, what happen when ammonium solution is added first dropwise and then in excess? So the question is what happened? So here you have to write a balanced equation. What is asked in the question? He said they are asking what happened when ammonium solution is added to copper sulfate or zinc sulfate or iron chloride. So one by one I will show you how to represent this question. So when in copper sulfate this ammonium solution is added, see here the equation. So copper sulfate ammonium solution is added. This is ammonium hydroxide. See, blue precipitate form, that is copper hydroxide, pale blue precipitate formation is there, and colorless solution is ammonium sulfate. So color of PPT and its solubility in excess of ammonium hydroxide, as it is asked in the question, what happened when first dropwise is added and then in excess. So you have to clearly mention what happened, color of the PPT and its solubility in excess of ammonium hydroxide. So with excess of ammonium hydroxide, what happened? This pale blue PPT dissolves. So that you have to mention this equation. Either you can represent this equation or this last equation, that on excess this precipitate, that is pale blue PPT which is formed, get dissolved. Let me show you one of the board question paper. It is given at your at the end of your book. Here I am showing you one of the board question paper that I am taking, showing it in the chemistry board question paper 2017. This is solved question paper given at the end of the yearbook. Maybe 18 also it is given in the book. Just search, go through the question paper and you will find some of the questions of the chapter 4. Let me show you here. One question is, how will you distinguish between ammonium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide using copper sulfate solution? So this ammonium hydroxide is added to copper sulfate, sodium hydroxide is added to copper sulfate. So how to distinguish? So in the chapter you can see ammonium hydroxide is added to copper sulfate. See the observation and the reaction. Similarly, sodium hydroxide is added to copper sulfate. See the reaction. Here the pale insoluble solution is there, and here solution is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide. So when you will do these equations, then only you will able to answer the board questions. See the question, how they ask in the question. So when ammonium hydroxide solution is added to copper sulfate solution, it produces blue PPT which dissolves in excess of ammonium hydroxide to give an inky blue solution. And on adding sodium hydroxide to copper sulfate solution, blue PPT is formed which does not dissolve in excess of NaOH. So when you will practice it, make sure you are learning the balanced equation and see carefully whether the solution formed is soluble or insoluble, and this way you can answer the question, that is especially the question which is asked on the basis of differentiation. So thoroughly do this exercise. Do write the equations, practice the equation. It will be very useful for you. Thank you.